but it was beautiful.
Doc, what can you just say about Patrick Beverley's performance tonight?
Oh my God, we gave him a game ball. I didn't know we were giving game balls, but we gave him a game ball because he deserved it. I thought he literally single-handedly willed that game, you know, with his effort, with his rebounding, making plays. He's from Chicago. He's a tough kid, but he was phenomenal.
Doc outscored these guys, I think, at 20-10, and late in the fourth quarter, we
Yeah.
turned it on. That had to be something.
It is. You know, we clearly with 23 turnovers, you know, we were so sloppy. We're almost trying not to get in each other's way at times. You can kind of feel that. But to have the will to still try to win the game when you know you're not ready yet, you know, against a very, very good basketball team. So that was good for us.
Doc, just going back to Pat for a second, it seemed like he was a little hesitant on offense in the first half.
Yeah.
Did you guys have like a little?
We had a
conversation
powwow.
yeah?
There's no doubt about that because, you know, give them credit. They were just going to double team. They were taking the risks. You know, they were going to leave guys open. That was one of them. You know what I loved about it? He missed the one that was wide open. We got it right back to him, and he shot it again in the second half. That just takes a lot of courage.
Coach over here. On one, can you speak about Lou Will's defense tonight? I thought he was kind of all over the place. He was poking the ball loose.
This is the second time you've asked about Lou Will's
It
defense.
was my
Yeah.
part of it.
Oh, okay. Well,
I noticed
I'm
Lou
just
was-
saying, today you were right. Like Lou made 3 or 4 just terrific defensive plays. You know, Lou's competitive. You know, and he wants to be on the floor at the end of the game, and he knows they're not going to attack Pat. He knows they're not going to attack Kawhi. They're not going to attack Paul George. They're not going to attack Trez. So he's smart enough to look around the room and say, I'm the one. And give him credit. He stood up to it.
Doc, all things considered, what did you make of how Kawhi and Paul debuted together?
We won. We didn't. We need a lot of work. You can see that. You know, in transition, I just thought we were so sloppy in transition. And part of it is we were like trying to get the ball to guys instead of trying to score. I mean, there were times where we had direct line drives and instead we were looking across court. So, you know, listen, I can't wait to watch it to see.
You know, Doc, the last few weeks you've played Boston, Milwaukee, and Toronto. 3 teams that are pretty darn good in the East. 2
Yeah.
of the 3 you've won.
Yeah.
One of them you had 2 guys out. You got to reflect back on that and say to yourself, that's got to be feeling pretty good.
Well, I gotta look forward. We have Houston coming up, and you know, like I said earlier in the year, we're just trying to figure out a way of winning games, and then we want to become a good team. You know, right now we're winning games, but we have not become a good team yet, and so we have a lot of work. We are clearly a work in progress. Our guys know that though, and they understand that.
You guys held Kemba and Jalen in check for the most part tonight. Was that just an individual thing, a group effort?
It's always a group. I thought Mo Harkless, you know, it's funny. I don't know if he scored or not, but he guarded Kemba basically exclusively with the help of traps. You know, I thought Zub and Trez were phenomenal in their traps, but Mo's size took away a lot of shots, and that was terrific. We let Jalen get going in the third, you know, and he clearly, I thought Pat did a great job on him, and then he got going, and once he got going, he was hard to turn off.
I know you mentioned sloppiness, especially early on, but late in the game, that last 3-minute push, I think all 5 of the players on the court scored at some point.
Yeah.
Is that the balance you're envisioning?
That's the
with that group?
balance. Just listen, if they're going to try to take something away, if we just trust the pass, the ball will find the open guy, and the open guy will make the shot. I thought we did that down the stretch. Now, I didn't think we did that most of the game. I thought we were trying to make a lot of plays instead of just making a simple play. But I thought once we started doing that, we were great.
Doc, for a guy who missed the last 3 games with a bruised knee, what'd you think of the dunk, and how much of a luxury is it to have a guy like Kawhi close out and block a shot at the end of the night like that?
Yeah, it's a luxury to have him, period, you know, in every way. And you can see him and Paul way over the minutes he wanted to play him tonight, you know, which, you know, I kept checking in on him. Paul was actually more concerned with than Kawhi, minute-wise, because he's just not played. You know, it's funny, in the first half, he told me, man, I got to play more. I got to get in better shape. I'm exhausted out here, you know, and I was like, we're going to have a practice, so I don't know where you're going to get it. Maybe this game helped, you know, because he was pretty strong at the end of it.
Doc, as fate would have it, you know, within their first game together without really practicing together, you have a situation where you got to choose who takes the game-winning shot, the last
Yeah.
shot at the end of the game. Walk us through that decision and to go with Kawhi
There
there.
wasn't much of a decision on that one. I thought Kawhi was ready, and he was. We really messed the play up. It's a great example. You know, you can see Paul and Lou. They were supposed to go at 8. They went at 14, and the play was completely broken and just turned into an ISO. There was more action to that play, and you could see them when they all walked off the floor. They knew, but you know, that's again that trial and error, and we're gonna mess some stuff up. You know, but again, to win it was good.
The starting group that you won with, I think on paper is your best defender at each position. What did you think of how that unit looked defensively?
They look good, you know. Zub is just playing phenomenal. He really is, you know. Trapping Kemba Walker for Zub is not easy, you know. And Kemba's so crafty. You can see him trying to beat Zub on the outside. And we told him whenever Kemba gets on the outside, stop guarding him, run to the rim, because he'll be there in a second, you know. And I think Zub got 2 or 3 of them. You know, he beat him the first time, and then the rest of the game, I thought Zub beat him to the rim. So, you know, he's so young when you think about it, and the fact that he's going through all this right now, it's been fantastic.
Doc, Jason Tatum, 3rd year in the league.
Yeah.
Any thoughts on how far this can go in the?
Well, as long as he stays in the East, I want him to be the best that he possibly can be. You know, terrific kid too. You know, it's we got a bunch of those right now in our league. We got a lot of young players who are phenomenal players, but just really good kids. I think our league is in maybe the best place it's ever been.
Doc, obviously everyone feels good, but for you, does a win over Boston mean a little more at all?
No, not at all. You know, a win means a lot. You know, it's funny, as coaching wise, you don't have that like when you were a player. You know, you just want to beat them. Brad and I are very close. It's almost uncomfortable playing them more than you're prideful. It really is. You know. Don't.
No, I'm gonna stop.
Okay, good. Thank you.
Thanks,
I thought you were
Doc.
about to ask another question.